Welcome to clickmyproject.com. Let us start with our title: Privacy Preserving and Content Protecting in Location-Based Queries. So the term privacy preserving means protecting the location-aware smartphones and support various location-based services such as user-based server and learn on the fly about their surroundings. So here we are going to protect the user's data in an effective manner from the access of third party and the illegal persons, etc. So our solution mainly focus on does not require challenging LBS server architecture and does not assume third-party servers. So here our main abstract is, yet it is significantly improves the location privacy, but the user data is not effectively preserved. So for this concept, we are going for a concept of client and server configuration in which the user data can be protected effectively by the usage of encryption and decryption process. By the collaboration of mobile devices and keeping their context information in a buffer and passing to another's information, simulation provides real-time traces and collaboration model based on our findings. So such inquiry give away private data and permitting the LBS service location track to users. So here we are mainly preserving the user's data in a point of interest manner. So the term point of interest means we are going to preserve the user's data only in a specific point of manner. So the user may issue a query only based on a specific point, and he will not issue the query based on all the areas which he needs. So he may be only need a particular area and to find the location based on that area. So based on this, we have to protect the effective information of the user details from the access of third parties and other persons, etc. So to achieve this concept, we give away the private data and permitting the LBS to track users. So here only the server knows about the user data and others are strictly provided to access the user's data. So our proposed system mainly focus on obtaining the updation of data. So here the users can be related to their locations and multiple portion of such data can be linked together. So the multiple portion of data means name, age, phone number and address of the user. So these are the effective attributes of user, and encryption and decryption are provided in terms of security measures on these attributes, etc. So here we are performing the attribute based encryption on user data. Mobile users are distressed about their place privacy and real most persuade engaged in securing themselves. So to establish the novel contiguous model, the dynamics and data propagation between the users are clearly analyzed. The essence of threats and the construction of colleague incentives clearly states that effective manner provided by the data security and the concept of integrity is clearly achieved by our proposed system. So let us start with our flow diagram. Here we are starting with the initial process, and data on the point of interest is fed as the user input. So the point of interest data are location based data of the user and any other data which is given as the input to the user. So as a next step, verification is made on the user. So if the user is a real user, then he can access the data. So if he is an invalid user, then the user will be rejected. So if the verified user enters the portion, he may access the point of interest details. So after accessing the point of interesting details, another information is valid, that is the private information retrieval. The private information retrieval is based on the encryption and decryption schemes. After performing the encryption and decryption on user data, the location details are clearly aware to the user. If the access is rejected, means illegal POI access is displayed. So hence we achieve this concept in a above flow manner. After receiving the location details, the process is clearly stopped and our concept is achieved. Let us start the demo of our process. Simply open the NetBean and choose our project mainform.java. This is the first form of our project. Simply click the main form and simply do the right click option and choose the run file option. So this is the main form of our process. So after choosing the run file option, wait for a while till our process begins. So this is the first form of our process and the first form will be opening. So this is the first form of our process, and wait till the process is completely loaded. So after loading this process, simply click the OK button to move the next form option. So here the user login detail is provided, so simply login with the registered name of user and press the OK button. So this makes you to login on the user details access option. So simply choose the dynamic option. This dynamic option creates the connection between the data of frontend and data of backend respectively. So after clicking this dynamic option, the database of our process will be created and the table names etc. will be used in this option. So choose the OK option and click the load details. So in this load details only we are going to provide the user input of our process. So open the process and simply choose the user input to be provided as a detail. So here choose the location.java. So this location.java is the main form of our process, which contains the user input and other details on the dataset. So this is called as a dataset, and simply feed this as a input to our process. So wait till the dataset is loaded into our database, and after loading this option, message will be shown as database is loaded successfully. After showing the message, simply click the OK option. So here we have inserted the 2000 fields into our database. So simply click the OK option, and to extract these details from the database, click the extract option. So here the user details are clearly extracted from the database. So our processing only revolves around this user feeded data into the database. So simply click the next option, which goes to the next form. Here we are going to load the default details of user. Here the default details of user is displayed as the location details. So if a person want to update his fake details means, then simply click the manual option. So after clicking the manual option, give any ID and enter this as a fake in all the columns of the user provided input. So after including the fake details, so this is the fake user who is going to access the original details of the user. So after entering this detail, click the update option. So this update option update this fake details into the database. So we have to filter this fake user from accessing the other user details. Thus we have clearly protecting the location based protection on user details. So simply click the existing option to view the details which is saved in the database. So here the fake details are saved into the database, and we have to remove this details. So click the verifier option to check whether the detail is fed into the database or not. So here the fake user is registered into our system. So we have to remove this fake users before he is accessing the original details of the user. So simply go back option and click the new option. So after clicking the new option, simply type the ID of the fake user and get option. So after typing this, the original details of the fake user will be displayed. So we have to clearly remove this user before he is going to access the fake details of our user. So to remove his ID from the database or his presence from the database, we are going to verify this ID with the neighbor. So simply type this ID and whether we can check that he is having neighbor or not. So to verify his neighbor, any other neighbor option is shown and simply the fake is only displayed. If the neighbor is present in this form means we have to click, and if you want to check whether he is having any neighbor or not means simply type the ID, and if he is having the neighbor means the neighbor detail will be displayed in this option. So since this is a fake ID, no neighbors to this will be displayed. So simply click the find option, only the details about this user will be displayed. Since it has no users and this is the fake user ID, the option will be restricted up to the single user. So we have to update and remove this option in our folder. So simply click the next option to remove the fake details of the user. So here we should provide the extract option, and the fake ID is present in this here. So we have to remove this fake ID by clicking the update option. We are here removing the fake ID of the user from the database and from the location server before he is going to access the effective user details etc. So simply choose the next option, so to extract the details of the user. So here go to verifier. After verifier, simply click whether the fake ID is present or not. So here no fake ID is present and original details of user is only preserved. So in this manner only we are clearly achieving the process of fake user of the mobile text option and removing this fake user before he is going to access the ID of the original user. So thus we are protecting the user interest and privacy preserving option based on the location details query. So here the fake user is provided before he is going to access the original details of user by the use of monitor, verifier and the prover option. So we have removed the fake user successfully from the database access of other user details, and we have achieved the process clearly in our option. Thank you.